Photodiode is our topic today. Photodiode is a special purpose diode. It's a PN junction diode. It is always reverse biased. Okay. Now here we can see the diagram of photodiode. The photodiode has PN junction. This is P side and this is N side. The P side contains large number of holes and N side contains large number of electrons. This is a junction. Okay. And there will be a glass covering, glass window. Through the glass window, light can fall on this junction region, in the depletion region. Now we have applied the reverse bias. Now P side is connected to negative potential and N side is connected to the positive potential through a microammeter and a resistor. So these are the arrangements. Okay. Now in P side you can see a few minority carriers. Minority electrons are there, N side minority holes are there. So we applied a reverse bias here. Now what happens when it is reverse biased? If the energy of the light which is falling is h nu, if it is more than the band gap of the semiconductor, what happens is in this region there are many covalent bonds of that semiconductor. The covalent bonds will be broken because of absorption of energy. So after absorbing the energy, covalent bonds will be broken. Electron hole pairs will be created. Let us draw a few electron hole pairs here. I will draw one electron hole, electron and hole, another hole and electron, another electron and hole, another electron and hole. Now what happens is, here we have a positive potential by the battery. All electrons will be attracted towards N side, all holes to the P side. Now these electrons will come to this side. You can see that these electrons are jumping to the N side. What about the holes? These holes move to the P side. Okay, these holes will come to the P side. So these holes will come, these are the holes generated by the incident light, and these are the electrons generated by the incident light. Now there will be excess number of electrons in N side, excess holes in P side. Okay, now what happened? It will start to conduct like this. The electrons will flow in this direction to the positive of the battery. The negative of the battery will give sufficient number of electrons, equal number of electrons. It will neutralize those excess holes. So in this manner there will be current conduction whenever there is incident light. Okay. Now suppose there is no light incident. If there is no light incident, even though there is some current due to the minority carriers, because the diode is reverse biased. So the P side is containing a few electrons, minority carriers. N side is containing a few holes, minority carriers. They can move across the junction and produce slight current called dark current. So the current produced, the current flowing when the photodiode is reverse biased, if there is no incident light, is called a dark current. Okay. Now we will see the characteristics, VI characteristics. This is the voltage, this is the applied reverse bias voltage, and this is the current in microampere region. You can see whenever these are the different intensities of light. I4 is having large value and I1 is having the least value. Now we can see that whenever the intensity of light increases, the magnitude of photocurrent also increases. So when light of more intensity fall on the junction region, more current will be produced. Okay. So that's about photodiode, and the main applications, it's mainly used in light operated switches, and also it is used to read computer punched cards. In barcode readers we have to use the photodiode. Okay, so that's about the working of photodiode. So the main thing that you have to understand photodiode is that at the junction, across the junction, when suitable light of suitable energy h nu falls, if h nu is more than the band gap of the semiconductor, what will be produced? Electron hole pairs will be produced. But there is a tendency that they may recombine. Before their recombination, they are swept to their respective sides. It means electrons swept to the N side, holes swept to the P side by the external reverse bias. Okay, so electrons are swept to the N side. The number of electrons increase here, number of holes also increase here. This will create a potential difference. It will create a photovoltage. Okay, now current will start to flow from positive side to the negative. Electrons will move like this. Conventional directional current will be like this, from positive to negative. Okay, now one interesting thing you had note here is, it is reverse biased. But we know that in forward bias the current will be large, reverse bias current is less. Now why it is reverse bias? I'll explain this with an example of values. So let us choose n-type. Let the semiconductor is n-type. In the n-type region, we can have let n be the number of electrons. Okay, number of electrons present. Let us choose 1000 electrons are there, and holes are minority carriers. These are the majority carriers electrons. Holes p. Minority carriers I'll give their number 100. Okay. Now, due to the incidence of light on this window region, more electron hole pairs are created. I'll give the change in number of electrons due to the incident light. Delta n I will use 500. 500 electrons are produced. And suppose if 500 electrons are produced, 500 holes also will be produced because they are equal number. Hole electron pairs are created. This also will be 500 in number. Both will be equal. Okay. Now what is a new number? N dash is equal to n plus delta n. What is the total number now? N plus delta n is 1500. 1500. What about p dash? P dash is equal to p plus delta p. We can use it as, we need to add these two, 600. Okay. Now we will take the fraction of majority charge carriers and minority charge carriers. That is, we'll take the ratio, that is delta n by n. What is delta n by n? Delta n divided by n. What is the value here? Delta n by n will be equal to 500 and divided by n. What is n here? 1000. Okay. Now what is delta p by p? Delta p is 500. How many holes were there initially? Only 500. So only 100. When you take the ratio, what will you get? You will get 5 here. Here we will get only 0.5. Now this number is less. That is, fraction of majority charge carriers is less. Fraction of minority charge carriers is large. Means the change is large. So if it is reverse biased, the current is due to minority charge carriers. Then the change, the fraction will be large. So we can easily detect. Okay. If it is forward biased, there already will be a large current. Then photocurrent also will be having some value. We cannot detect it easily. But if it is reverse biased, the fraction of minority charge carriers is large. It is 5 compared to majority charge fraction. So since this value is large, this is due to minority charge carriers because the holes are the minority charge carriers in n-type. So we can easily detect what the photocurrent. Okay, that's why a photodiode is always reverse biased. So by this value you can easily understand the reason behind it. Okay, I hope that you have understood. Here we have seen a photodiode. It is reverse biased. When light falls on the junction, h nu, energy of the light, if it is more than band gap, electron hole pairs will be generated from the covalent bond. Electrons are swept to the n side because of the high positive potential. Holes to the p side due to negative potential. Then their number of electrons increase here, number of holes increase here. They will start to contact like this. Electrons will start to move towards the positive of the cell. Then from the cell, negative cell, electrons will move to the side. They will neutralize those excess holes. So current conduction is possible. Current flows in this direction through the resistor. Okay. Now we have seen the graph also. What is dark current? In the absence of any light incident on the junction, there is current due to minority carriers, and that current is called a dark current. Okay. Thank you.